I made some special brand merch for Fish Tinger Industries and the Secret Recipe Hotel and for Krieg's on Market Square because I thought that would be fun, so I did that. And then we also created just basically a yearbook t-shirt that for season 2, so it has all of the player art on the front as well as the names of all the players on the back. Yeah, like 99% credit for the yearbook one for Twi. She like ripped that out of her ass, so I didn't have to, out of my own ass. The other night I changed a few things up, but overall, like fully like credit for that. So yeah, have some stuff. Also, the tattoo design that Akhana prototype is actually like available now. If you wanted that all over tattoo print. So yeah, some merchant things. We did it. Only took 2 seasons to do. All right.
We got there.
So it'll be kind of on the shorter side of a game today to actually finish the season, and then we're gonna all just jump in call together and hang out and have a wrap party and talk about the season and our highlights. Watch the like the credits video, essentially, all of that stuff. So
I got my sparkling rosé ready.
I just have like an edible drink that I'm just waiting for the game to be done. Basically, it is in the wings.
There, speaking.
All right.
Get fucked up, Alan.
Join us.
You deserve it.
Join me.
You worked so hard. All right, so I am going to. Ooh, that sounds nice. All right, I'm gonna fade into the background. Please enjoy the game.
Quaffable. God, that's such a good word. Quaffable. That's so quaffable. Quaffable is the name of my next character after Churlish Bottom. Churlish Bottom and Quaffable are my 2 favorite characters. Alright, so everyone, yesterday happened. And it literally happened in world yesterday. So like the world is recovering from it. If you don't remember how it ended, or you weren't able to be here for it, how it ended, the Librarians sent out thousands of paper soldiers to like invade the world to buy himself more time against the crew. It in the end did not work out for him. But everywhere you all destroyed a paper soldier or one of his papercraft monsters, like when their bodies hit the soil of Liminal, you can see it looks like a ghost of a tree root. Like, but if you look really close, you can see the fact there are words like scrolling upwards, and they go way into the sky. You lose track of them, but they are definitely connecting to other planets out there. Like now the Liminal Plane it was already connected to more places than any other world that we've ever seen. Now we're multiplying that by the 1,000. And like in given time, they are beginning to harden at the root and slowly become full root, like actual roots. Like you guys can't like walk around a lot of places without walking through some of these roots. Just that's how prevalent they are. So that was yesterday's game. And so we got Vatna, who is played by Lurid.
Hello.
We got Laura, who is played by Esmie.
What's up?
We got Akhana, who's played by Akhana.
Hi.
And we got Tsoki, who is played by Not Forgiven.
Hello.
So, the party, like you guys, if you did party last night, you're a little hungover, or if you don't get hungover, you're feeling great. It's up to you. But the 3 officers in this game, you are sitting at your desks with just mountains of paperwork.
Too real.
Laura,
I was told last night that I have a desk.
Yeah, did you find your desk and it had you've had the desk since the beginning of the season and it has all of your mail on it?
I've never been in this place before.
There's a desk under all that mail.
It's like, oh no. And like, it's like, coupons for free, like 2 free coffees at Krieg's at Market Square. Oh, it expired. Laura, you have twice as much paperwork as everybody, I guess, except for Vatna, because like Fishtinger Industries is being hit up, and also you have a letter that is signed and sealed by Bobbert sitting on your desk.
I don't even want to know what this letter says, but if I don't, it's only gonna be worse.
And
is he asking for recompense?
he is offering Laura a job.
Sounds like a trap.
It seems like a very legitimate job offer. They are inviting you to the resort at some point later this week. If you could come set up just so we can have a dialogue. Maybe if you do not take this job, we can think of some way of working together, Fishtinger and Bobbert Industries. You'll also notice that this letter was sent before you saw the mech and before the mech was stolen.
Definitely before Krieg stole the mech.
Yeah, before, I don't know if he still is interested in this meeting, but I already had this planned out, so I want this letter to be on your desk.
I feel like knowing Bobbert, he's not gonna back out.
No, he'll just double down.
To double down and try and stick it to Krieg.
Yeah, he will poach you from Krieg. That is how he sees it. But, so, Tsoki. Oh, go ahead.
I say, but his tastes are so tacky.
Bobbert is a representation of my tastes. I feel attacked. No.
I will remember this.
I mean, with the way Vatna dresses, that's not his style.
I don't know. If I could walk down the street dressed like Vatna, I would. I'm just gonna say that. So you guys, answering your paperwork, and Tsoki, where are you right now? Are you in your engineering place? Are you meditating? What's going on?
I'll probably be meditating. Just get me to a nice spot, probably with some trees around, just kind of doing my thing.
Oh yeah, G-Man's safe, Seth. Don't worry. You guys succeeded at that. It was a quick time event for him to show up, and you guys succeeded at it. So no negative comes from that. But so one of the mice come up, finds Tsoki, meditating, and he hands you. It's just order from request from Tattoo to meet him in his office. Tsoki. And he drops it in front of you. He doesn't want to interrupt your meditating, and he just scampers away.
I will thank the mouse person, and I'll just open up the request. Is it just that? Hey, come meet me.
It's basically to Seer Tsoki. I humbly request your audience to discuss a secret mission.
Ooh.
And the other three of you will also be receiving these letters, except for they won't say Seer Tsoki.
Is this just one of the ones I actually pay attention to?
It's gonna arrive right now. So if you just going through your mail, a mouse will be knocking on the door and being Rift Officer Vatna?
Yes.
A letter for you. It's from Tattoo.
What does he want now? Thank you. I'll read it.
It says basically the same thing. It's gonna Lore, you here. Whoever your assistant is, I thought we said it was Phil from the Dragon Lawyer Town was your assistant, yours and Pim's assistant at the factory. And he's just I need to give this to Lore. And then you start hearing him getting into a yelling match with your assistant that is told that you're to be undisturbed. And then I think your door bursts open, and it's again Phil is holding him back, and he's just like, she needs to, and he just throws it across the room and squeezes out of Phil's arm. He's like, it's from Tattoo, and he runs away.
I hope it's not more ghosts this time.
And the first line of it, before you even open it, it just says, it's not ghosts. And then, in parentheses, we don't think.
I'm going to find Tsoki.
Loki's probably just running, making a beeline towards where Tattoo's office is, because he's super excited.
I'm gonna look at Phil and it's like, Phil, I thought we hired another assistant to help with paperwork.
And we got attacked by... everybody's injured. It motions out the window, and you just see a bunch of paper confetti everywhere. It's just yeah, we've got paperwork. And it's just, I'm sorry, miss. And it's he's I think I hear Pim calling, and you just see him run down the hallway as well, as the first time he's ever talked back to you.
I haven't eaten anyone in 150 years. Why are you running?
And he's just that's not what they said, and he runs.
I will see what Tattoo wants.
You visit your hometown one time, and this is what happens.
Yeah, rumors get spread. And Akhana, you're sitting in I imagine Akhana's desk actually isn't stacked with letters like everybody else's. I feel like Akhana just has a very appropriate amount of paperwork she has to do.
I stay on top of it.
And
My desk is now empty.
And just was it just clean? Did you just
No,
dump it all in a
You
portal?
warped it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. That's how I would imagine you would take care of it. It's yep.
I think the desk went in too, but I was reading the letter, so I wasn't paying attention.
You just don't have a desk. It's put it on my desk. Where?
Where?
But Akhana, on your the mouse arrives on your desk, into your office, and hands you the letter, and he just does a firm salute.
He gets finger guns. Thanks, man.
He returns and he's yeah. He's also a little bit out of breath.
Oh, buddy.
But and it you can see that Tattoo was in haste when he writes it, because at first he writes to spy officer, and he crosses off to informations officer Akhana.
Wink.
Please,
That's a flashy new title. Thanks.
it's please arrive to my office shortly for debriefing and a secret mission. But it is also signed Tattoo.
I mean, top secret. We just went on a whole bunch of missions.
Just Akhana doesn't show up. Just nah.
Ugh, no, I'll go.
It would be funny.
All right, bye.
Just
But it is a
cool.
drag. Everyone needs to know this.
Your mission,
Akhana
should you
thinks it's a
choose to
drag.
accept it, I'll
Yeah.
pass.
Well,
Oh,
I have
guess
other shit I need to do. Bye. No, I'm just
You got
kidding.
laundry.
As you all are walking down the street, you see a bunch of the citizens of the Silver Thimble are shoveling what looks like snow, but upon closer inspection, it is just confetti.
Fantastic.
Tsoki and Vatna, you would I feel like this confetti to you looks like bodies, or the way that we butterfly wings, or that kind of a thing. This used to be alive, and now we use it as decoration, but still, every once in a while, it becomes a little morbid. People who pin butterflies to the thing. It's that kind of thing. Most of the people in this city are just treating this like it's paper, but that it's more than that, or that it was more than that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how it makes you feel, but you would see it. The fact that it is.
Is there anything whole?
No, upon dying, everything unfolded and started burst into confetti. Some of it is burnt really bad, but
Then Yeah, not worth investigating, I don't think. Kind of pass it by.
So,
I wonder where
okay.
they're putting it, like regular trash, or should we make sure it goes into an incinerator?
As you're walking, do you want to like make that? Do you want to declare that?
I just did it just at Vatna
Oh, okay.
because I
Oh, yeah,
noticed he noticed.
Yeah, having just now recently become an expert on dealing with paperwork, make sure that is all burned.
Expert.
Like you see, like the people, like just like, yes, sir, and they like salute and like, we're burning it, people, we're burning it, and like it's just like, oh, finally, somebody made a decision.
Any whole
Cool.
pieces you find, separate.
Good idea.
Absolutely. Yeah, give me a 20-sider to see like if they find any. Like I don't know if it's gonna be right now, but we can see how that goes.
Ooh.
Ooh, okay.
Oh,
I have the strangest feeling they might not.
Oh, well. Well, then it's all getting
Ye-
burned. Good.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I have no
Well,
idea
yeah.
if this is the right plan, but I have no better alternative, so I'm just going to leave it to the officers, you know?
Yeah, it's just like we're just gonna burn it.
I'll just say any whole pieces that you find that look like can be salvageable or read, just make sure they get to the library.
Yeah. You know what? I was gonna like have both of you two roll it, and then we'll take the higher. So yeah, go ahead and roll that too, Akhana.
You know what you're asking
What are
for?
the chances that you're gonna get a 1? It's
That'd be
already a
odd.
2.
Okay. I don't like that.
You know, just because it's a 2 doesn't mean you have to fuck with
Oh,
it,
no,
chat.
this is fine.
Oh, did I?
Oh yeah, a 10 is
I was just making sure no one played a card.
I don't think
change.
so.
No, they don't.
Akhana, here's your tough choice.
All right.
Would you like a little information for next season? Raise a roll by 1. All right. So
I am the information officer, so yes,
yeah, okay.
if that's
Well,
a thing.
So there will be a page. One of the paper soldiers did in fact like die in such a way that we were able to preserve like his breastplate, and like that is a complete story that they will deliver to the library for you and Vatna to go over next season.
Fantastic.
And the rest of the stuff is just like what? Just
Ash.
unreadable confetti, just like it's just like a single letter, impossible to place together kind of thing.
Basically.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw like shredded with the best shredders that we could possibly find in our time, you know?
Yeah.
Somebody just messaged me somewhere. Okay. So you guys arrive at Tattoo's office, and Tattoo's office, I must tell you, has gotten some improvements since the last time he had an office. He has really moved up in the world. He has started decorating with his own money, and we are in Tattoo's office. One day we'll actually do. I wasn't sure I was going to use Tattoo this season, so I didn't ask Nika to do artwork for him. But Tattoo is sitting behind his desk, and he's just like, he raises all 4 hands, and he stands up. He's like, thank you all for coming. Seer Tsoki, Intelligence Officer Akhana, Hui Acquisition Officers Lore, and Rift Officer Vatna Stein. Plus, thank you for showing.
I may need a new desk.
We'll figure that out. And he's like, please. As you can see, around the world right now, we are in a situation. We don't know what these lights are. Like, we assume that they are like the roots that connect the worlds between them, but it's just like, and he pulls up a diagram, and he's just like, you know all of the hallways that you have traveled, correct? Like, you, I don't need to explain all of how you go from world to world. You understand that. Never mind. Turns out the hallways were just interiors of roots. Like, that's how you guys have been getting around. You've been inside roots when you do that.
I had hypothesized.
It makes sense.
He's like, excellent. I didn't think it did, but I trust your opinion over mine. The four of you are very good at gathering information, points his pen to Akhana.
Yep.
Very good at getting things done and and you may need to design new vehicles for us to traverse these hallways, points at Lore. By far our most prolific seer, pointing at Tsoki, is just like, we have feelings that you might have connections with these trees from your own world, correct?
That is correct.
Thank you. And then he looks over at Vatna and he's just like, other than being weird, you're here because, let's face it, you're growing a tree in your bathtub.
I closed that portal.
And you see him make a note. Unknown where tree is.
Well, I know.
Parentheses. He knows, he says in his weird little voice. Also, Tattoo can't write things without saying it out loud.
Okay.
Creepy. But good for information gathering.
And he looks up and it's just like, so the four of you, if you could just make a pass around the world, take the submarine, don't alarm everyone, maybe take Kay out with you. They've had a real rough time.
Are we to Gallivant?
I would like you to study. Please, report back. If you find anything out about these routes. I'm not saying taste it, Vatna. I'm not saying to do that, only because it would be wholly inappropriate.
That's
But
when
as
he
long
does it
as
the
nobody
most.
else is in this room, maybe make a note of what they taste like.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you didn't even have to say it. It was going to happen anyway.
I actually want to look around to see if anyone else is in this room with my spy glasses.
Oh, for sure.
Vatna Stein Plus. License to taste.
Hit me with a 20-sider real quick.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
No one is in this room. Your glasses are not showing anyone in this room. But Akhana being the spy leader, the one that would know. Ever since these root things have begun appearing since yesterday, you have had the somebody is watching me feeling on the back of your neck the whole time. And it's just you can't see them, but and it's not one person is secretly spying on you. You kind of feel a bit like you're in a glass box being watched by a bunch of people.
That aquarium feeling.
Yeah, the aquarium feeling is for sure.
All right, noted.
And if any of you think that your character is in touch with that kind of a feeling, you are also feeling that. If your character is oblivious, then you're not. Don't worry, Shiny, you don't feel shit. You're in space. You're doing great. So, and it was just particularly the C's where the library came down and the word tree. If you could check on the scholars, I would much appreciate that. And please, he realizes he's looking at Vatna when he's starting to say this, and then he looks over at Tsoki and Akhana. Please make detailed notes for me.
Have they returned? They fled in Exodus when the librarian attacked.
I would like to know have they returned. We have no one has told us where they went, like any safe ground that they may have found. So if you could locate the scholars, that would be appreciated.
Perhaps jailbreak is in order.
And he's just you see him nod his head back and forth. But that said, the tree would be a lot easier to investigate if the scholars weren't there.
Certainly.
So that might be a. And he just changes his notes. It's go to tree first. If you could just go to the word tree. Investigate that while we know that people aren't there.
We shouldn't waste a minute. Can you give us our next orders on mission?
And he's he just folds up his letters. He's off you go then. Please report back to me. Stay off the main comm lines. I'm sure that he nods at Akhana. I'm sure you know how to send me messages when needed.
Sorry, I'm thinking about the last time Akhana tried to send secret messages.
Yeah, right.
I'll just make sure it's not me sending anything.
Ugh.
Well, it's not me either, so.
Lord just kind of looked at the flaming. Oh, I'm just definitely not going to be me sending anything.
But so, we are. So, I take it you guys all just take the mission.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm ready to go if no one has anything else.
I love secret missions.
Secret missions, relatively sure there are no ghosts this time.
What was that?
Quick
Akhana?
question.
Sure.
Secret from who?
He wants to keep the rest of the crew in the dark as to what these routes are. If you find out what the routes are, don't tell anybody else. Tell him. That is the secret part of the mission. They need to weigh whether or not it's something to be alarmed about, and to put the rest of the crew in full panic.
All right. Was this mission cleared by the captain, or is it just?
Oh, absolutely.
Right,
everything
cool.
everything he has directly cleared by the captain.
I'm in it.
I will retrieve K. He will want to know.
Are you telling Kay that you're going to the word tree, or telling Kay that about your mission? I guess both are fine because
Both.
he did.
Yeah.
He does give you the heads up. They're allowing you to do that.
Recent talks with K makes it feel like that's something she would like to do.
So we are we're just gonna fast forward to you guys in the sub, going through, and everybody else thinks that they are here to just investigate the tree, make sure the scholars are fine. So all the crew in the chat, you guys are just we're here to save the scholars, investigate. And you guys are we are here to taste those roots. And I know that this kind of looks like water, but this is basically the closest representation to the ethereal roots that I could get. That's how dense they are in some places.
Good Lord.
And they go all the way into the sky, and they're made of light. The world has no sun, but it hasn't been dark since yesterday.
Oh,
Yeah,
seasonal depression.
Is there anyone around? Any scholars?
Go ahead and make some rolls for me. This is the area next to. This is where they sailed off to.
15.
Alright, so 15. How are you looking for them? Just using scanners, using are you out flying around?
Was going to see if there's any on our way to the tree proper, and then get out and see if they have returned. So, not really searching for them, just keeping an eye out for them.
Okay, that makes perfect sense. Based on that, you don't immediately see, like, you don't see any, but on the way to the tree. But here we are. We have arrived at the tree. And again, like, the water around the whole world has lowered significantly because, like, when the library did the tail slap thing that he did, he pushed water off the edge of the flat world. And now, yeah, it's just like, it's going weird. Like, there's a rim of roots around the world, but it's not like, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not as tall as it was, you know? Like, your pool definitely overflowed. Like, when you got in the pool, or you got into the bathtub, it overflowed, and now it's lower because you got out.
Gotcha.
That is the ocean in this world now. So you are seeing exposed roots. Like, and like, you see that the word tree is significantly larger than even any of you knew, because, like, the roots are 100 times bigger than the tree that you see. But yeah, and that is what the 15 will have given you. You don't see any you don't see any scholars, but that's where we are. But you all step out of the sub, and everybody, all the crew, you guys can step out and look around and realize that, like, this island got a lot bigger because the ocean is lower. And a little bit more for your 15, Vatna. You do see some of the uppermost roots that, like, were where the Silver Mountain was. Those are a little bit, they are, like, a little jazzed up like your tree is.
Does it look like that part's gonna grow, or is it gonna be like just overgrown by its normal state?
It will eventually reach the actual tree, the tree proper, and we don't, like, it. This silver has not started affecting the leaves yet. From this root, it's so far back. But you do know eventually the leaves will start to turn silver.
Last we were here, the scholars were very adamant about keeping silver away from their tree. I am going to do them a favor, and I will, I don't know, weed those.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not gonna make it add a roll to that or anything, but, like, you do, all of us, everybody just feels the doom and as the world shakes as he does that.
You know what you're doing over there?
I'm sure it's fine.
This is foreign plants. When foreign plants collide, one consumes the other.
So, now you're all, like, on the island proper. This island feels really weird to you right now. Tsoki, before you step on it, can you give me a 20-sider?
It's not great.
It was
Had
almost
that
a 1 for
19
a
right
second.
there.
Yeah.
So, Tsoki, yeah, none. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
So the four of you step foot on it, and again, like, it feels weird. Not bad weird, just weird. And for each of you investigating this island, can you all roll me a 20-sider? And we're going to take the lowest.
Sure. I'll say, K, it looks like everyone is absent. Now may be your chance.
Great start today.
We are
So-
doing great.
So we're living with that 5, as it is the lowest roll.
Real quick, could everyone make sure that they have 3D dice enabled?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
We should.
If they didn't play yesterday, they won't have him. So
I think I'm good.
Alright. So that was a 5. It's okay, like
It was a 5. I want to raise that by 1.
oh, okay.
Still the lowest, but not as bad.
Like as you
That'll make it a tough choice.
So as like Tsoki, like because like it's you more than anyone else, you see a form appear behind that tree and walk out. You're up, T.
I draw my weapon.
I wave. Hello.
Good to see you're not celebrating too soon. Now let's see how you handle the consequences of your actions.
Gardener.
And T pulls out her flaming scythe and cuts the tree down in a single move.
Heretic! I go after T.
We
All
sent so much effort saving this tree yesterday, and here you are.
Had literally 1 goal yesterday.
The tree, like as it gets cut, as the scythe goes through it, it rips a rift into the behind it, and you just see this flaming tree get sucked in, and now there's just like chaotic rift behind T as she stands, scythe in hand, ready to fight.
Like
Hmm.
staring
Did you
daggers through her.
Did you think all your negative actions would allow you to continue to be like this? I need to cut you off. You cannot continue to be cut or to be attached to the rest of these worlds if you continue to behave the way that you have. I gave you ample warning, and none of you heeded my call. Now
said
you will
nothing.
pay.
You said nothing. You stood on the side and you watched.
Oh, I sent plenty of messages. I know that some of the crew received them, yet they did nothing. She looks to Kay. Quay, you were the only one that understood my call, that understood what I was saying.
Expect a message in the bottle to succeed.
It was the only way I could get you to listen. The red caps, the damage around you, that wasn't enough. And now you stand in front of me and tell me that you didn't know what you were doing was wrong? Are you kidding me? Get real. Figure it out.
Now you have to deal with the consequences of us. I will come for your tree, and I will end you and it.
You can try.
And with that, I imagine T takes to the sky, like just scythe in hand, like fireflies like flaring all over her, like, and just casually. Oh, go ahead.
I want to try and lasso her with
go
my
ahead.
thread.
Yeah, go ahead and make a roll.
I want to chuck my scythe in the air and try to trip up her legs with the hilt.
Double up.
Wait, how did you double up?
I was gonna say, is it just me or are the cards
Yeah,
deactivated?
cards are deactivated right now.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I don't know where the double up came from.
I don't know. I just clicked it.
I can't see any of my tabletop cards.
I think if you were still on the page, it didn't go away. It wasn't until you click away from it. Also,
Yeah.
better.
Cards don't work.
Okay.
Good time.
I'll reroll it.
You will no longer be able to manipulate this world and destroy what has been created by others.
I can still create my reality.
And for that is the sin you will be judged for.
So yeah, you flat out attacked it with that 13?
I'm trying to grab onto her with it.
Okay, yeah, yeah, T, you look down and like your arm, the arm without the scythe, is like lassoed by Vatna's reality thread.
Okay, do I roll to see if like?
Oh, well, Akhana's gonna roll hers.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm just setting the so.
Awesome.
As it says right now, T's in the air, one arm wrapped with the reality thread. Akhana's like about to whip. Alright, so a tough choice
sure.
for Akhana. Alright. So I think you can hurt T with this you're aiming to wrap her legs up, right?
Yeah, basically, if she's, I don't know how she's propelling herself, but I wanted to like knock her knees together, her feet tangled up or whatever, like getting bumped into by the handle of the scythe. Like, I don't want to attack her with the blade. I just wanted to like throw her off course or knock her out of the sky, basically.
So you have we're just gonna let this one rock. T, your legs are bound up with the scythe, and like yeah, I kind of just like braced, like trying to hold you back, as well as like Vatna has you. So, T doesn't have shit. I forgot. Oh, we're learning new things about T today. So yeah,
Same.
you just wrap up cloth, like where you think legs are. It's just like you squeeze the cloth close and you see hundreds of fireflies like come out the bottom of the cloth and then just up around T, and some of them go back into the eye holes of her mask or crawl into like between the folds of the fabric. But you still have the fabric singed. You have the fabric singed.
All right. Best I can do from here.
Lore, Tsoki, what you guys got? Silence, good.
Yep.
Good.
Yeah, I got questions.
All right.
Figured out how to phrase it.
Concerns? Questions? A little bit of indignant rage. Because we were defending our home from a threat.
Oh yeah, you guys do see like there are just like floating like firefly-filled floating black shoes.
We are the gardener type thing.
So, my question to T. So he doesn't have his weapons drawn yet. And he's just kind of looking up at you. And he just asks, T, whose story, or who's telling this story? And whose work are we changing, overwriting?
shows how much you know of these trees and their origins. Each one of these is written by the people of a plane. Each one of these is a story of a person, a real living human being. These stories are written by others. And every time you make a choice, you seem to find a way to fuck it up. However you manage to taint these worlds, you will no longer be connected to them if I have any say in this.
We will make sure you do not.
Then try harder.
Roll me a 20-sider, T.
That weird click and drag thing. Can I?
Weird.
Yeah.
It messed me up too.
Yeah, I don't know how to undo. Oh, automatically. Okay, I got it fixed. We're good. Thank you.
All right. So, you guys' tough choice is T is about to comet off. She's about to just take off and start flying through the world. And you
Through the hole?
not through the hole. She's staying on liminal. She's not going anywhere. But she's about to start slicing all of the roots apart. That is what's going to happen. He is disconnecting you from all other major all other worlds. All of these thousands of little roots, that's T's aim. Every pathway to any of the worlds that you've been to before, that's T's aim. That's a route. The hallway to that is a route. So the route to Tsoki's world, that is a target. The route to the 8-bit world, all of them.
If she completes her work, this will be catastrophic for all worlds connected.
So your tough choice, that from her rolling that tough choice, is you can hold on to her and keep fighting her here. Or you can try returning to liminal and getting set up to get everybody else on board to fight. Or if you know of any giant roots that you want to protect.
The one in front of us that just got cut down a little bit. That one.
That one's a big one.
Yep.
That was a big one that you guys just turns out couldn't protect that one.
I
But,
personally want to try and double down here.
Okay.
I was looking for a way to try to restrain her, but not cut her down.
So yeah, since they're taking so long to decide, they don't have me strapped down, so T is just gonna go for it.
Okay,
She's gonna start slicing roots.
I will try and restrain her further.
All right. Go ahead. So yeah, you're gonna try to double down, but so that's what you guys are able to hold her here. She's not going leaving this place, but you just see her put her arm out and just casually scythe through the collection of roots that from the paper monsters that died here yesterday. The one that the ringleader took out, the one that Lore was shooting from the mech. Those ones that died right here, which were bigger because those creatures were larger. It's all just been cut. And you do feel you all feel a rocking. With every cut, it's just the planet shakes a little bit.
At this point, Tsoki's gonna draw his weapons. Lightsaber in one hand and blade that cuts through time in the other.
Nice.
And he's just gonna shout up to T. I will not let this world be forgotten. Like so many other worlds that you have deemed too dangerous before this. And then I'm just gonna kind of activate my kite and just try to fly up to her and take a swing.
All right, yeah, make that roll.
Listen to K.
Yeah.
Yeah, that just was like, do. But yeah, so you slash deeply into K. Not K.
Wait a second.
You murdered K.
This was not my intent.
No, K!
Oh, I'm sorry, Kiera. I know, but 20s are too sacred. We can't change natural 20s.
Okay. Just hang on to that for later.
But yeah, you slash through K's outer garments.
Not K.
Not K. Fucking you
T.
slash out T. Letter
A different
name.
letter
No,
of the alphabet.
You murder K. That's what I'm saying.
Not what I was trying to do.
You slash the T's outer garments and just get flooded with fireflies. They're just everywhere. You see her like they all just float off into the sky, and like as Vatna's trying to like hold it, Vatna gets like pulls into him, like all of T's like clothing, like the whole outfit just hits Vatna, and then just bursts. It doesn't hurt, like it just bursts into flame like flash paper so fast that like you're not holding anything, and then T reforms behind Tsoki as he's on his kite.
I'm keeping this dress.
It burned up like flash paper.
Oh. She looks so good.
She does. You ever see like the recaps where Adrian drew T? Adrian has like a special love for T, and it's great.
I love that.
So yeah, here's where we're standing.
All right, I gotta
You
try
did do
something.
damage. You did 8 damage. Like you killed fireflies with that, Tsoki. I need you to know that. Like the fact, like she's just like I'm showing you that my hand when it comes to how T functions.
Yep.
Oogie boogie situation.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I love my little firebugs.
You guys can either attack, you can make like studying rolls. It's just like it's all right here. And like we have told T that if you take too long making decisions, we're just gonna start cutting things.
Then I am going to try and move us to a new battlefield.
I want T needs to reply to
Yes.
Quay. So and I'm sorry, am I pronouncing that right? Is it K or is it
K.
Quay?
K like bouquet.
K. That makes sense. Thank you so much. Okay, so she's gonna reply to K, and hold on, let me scroll back. I'm sorry, I'm being a terrible bad guy right now. This plane is being held together only by all the roots. The roots that don't belong. We won't be destroying more than Liminal, but you will be destroying more than Liminal if I allow you to stay attached. Your choices up until now have done nothing but taint other worlds and impose your influence on them. Enough's enough. Kay, come with me. Come home. You know you belong with me. Come home and help me defend these worlds that this supposed crew of yours continues to taint. Join me. Come and help me. Stand by my side. The right side.
listen to her. Look what she did to Look what she did to our tree.
This is hardly Kay's tree. They belong to a more prestigious tree. One that cannot be tainted by your poison. Come home, Kay. You know it's where you belong.
She's lying. She's had so many secrets. She's kept them all. I have had visions that I have not had. Whispers that were never spoken into my ears.
You dislike us, but what of the rest of the people that live here on Liminal? What about them? What happens to them?
Casualty of your ignorance. But maybe they'll be fine. Who really knows? She's just still gonna start slicing stuff, I guess.
I think Kay is typing to respond.
Oh, yep, right there.
But as they're
So
typing,
then
I
isn't
am
it
going
obvious?
to...
Oh, okay, I'll type my reply. Hold on.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know the conversation was still...
You can totally
That's
talk
right.
it out loud. You don't have to
Oh.
type it.
Okay. Oh, then, Kay, isn't it obvious that you don't belong here? Among them, among these? She's kind of just like gesturing to everybody below.
You just gestured to all of me.
All of you. These savages.
I make a move, or
Yeah,
should I
go
wait?
for it. If you got something, do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can do this for flavor, but I'm going to use feather hook. So it releases a grappling hook, glides upward like a balloon. I want it to. It says it reaches and attaches to a ledge, but I want to use her death scythe as the ledge, so it brings me to her, and then I'm going to cast scintillate in her face.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. Give me that roll.
All right.
There are so many characters in this game.
There's so much going on, I don't...
Can Kay join the call?
yeah, like... the easy
We don't
thing.
have the. We don't have the.
Sorry,
thing.
that
I
was
don't
a
have
mistake.
that set up to happen.
We don't have the
That
PNG or anything set up.
is...
Ignore that. That was a
1d12.
D12 by accident.
Yeah, I don't have any of that as set up. And, like, there's more to do besides that. That's just...
This
Should've taken the 11.
freaking drag is ridiculous. That was on a 12 though.
Take it.
So, a failure. Akhana has like used a gardener's scythe as a stepping stone to get to you. And by doing that, and then she extends her finger and starts like attempting to like shoot you with a lightning bolt right in your eye. And that, how does she miss, and what happens to her?
I mean... Wouldn't I just be able to convert the lightning bolt to a usable energy? Like...
Just make your fireflies brighter instead of
Yeah, juice them up.
burning
And maybe... Do I have a free hand right now? I'm sorry, I don't actually know my current status. I do.
You have your scythe in one hand and your other hand is free. Your clothes are back on you as though nothing happened.
I'm not naked.
No.
No, I'm not naked. Okay. So I guess yeah, it can I just grab Akhana by the shirt
Sure.
and now look Akhana in the eyes and give her choice?
Absolutely. You got her.
Neat. Okay. And Akhana, I know what the tree had in store for you. But that tree didn't mean to be in your best interest. Come with me. Do real good. Help others and build worlds that belong here, untainted from the influence of others.
We only grow with the influence from others. And what you're suggesting is a hostile takeover, and I'm not interested in that.
Your influence has only tainted the royal you,
Tainted
by the
what?
way, not like yours, but has only tainted other lands, other
Tainted what?
worlds.
How? In what tangible way?
If you would have read the book, you would have known.
The archive? What book?
Didn't the whole crew know about the book?
No, because it stopped at Kay was
Stop
the
it.
last one to read it, because everybody else like stopped it. Like the captain read it and just thought it was bullshit and convinced everybody it wasn't worth reading. That's what happened.
Sorry, my
in
bad.
that
I
game.
rolled just real low.
She rolled real low.
Real low, like I have been.
So like literally their captain stopped them from having the information that you were trying to go out of your way to present to them.
Out of her way.
Out of my... I really did. Like, I enchanted the book. Like, it was pretty gnarly. Like, I made it even a pop-up book for the people who couldn't read. Like, come on, guys.
The
special.
book got corrupted by voice reading it, and because voice is weird, because the librarians was in there a little bit, even back then, watching through it.
I did see that caustic. Hold on just a second. Let me finish my conversation with Akhana, and then I'll come back to you. You just one second. Sorry, this opportunity popped up. Okay, so how am I going to reply to that since she didn't see the book? The warnings. Yeah, you're all welcome. The warnings were there. Every time you opened a rift and red caps exploded, you should have known what you weren't supposed to be messing with, rifts and roots. And now you expect me to believe that you were really unaware of the damage you were causing? And then she just kind of throws Akhana down. Like, she's done here. Done.
The world shudders again. Vatna and Tsoki and no, Lore, roll me a 20-sider. You're the only one that hasn't like actively attacked her. So 19.
Hot damn.
Lore, you see unmistakably with the 19. Like, there's no way around it. Those roots just pulled. Like, they pulled in a little bit. And, like, those planets in the background, they got closer?
It's not good.
She is already filling the space that we will vacate, should she succeed.
I am just disconnecting you from other worlds. Understand that your influence is negative, and you must be stopped. Kay, you didn't know and I didn't tell you where you came from because I didn't know if I could trust you. I had been watching this crew for so long. I didn't know if you were influenced by them or if you were truly still one of us. Come home, Kay. This is where you belong. Help me defend these worlds against this malicious crew.
Question for you, Alan.
Yeah, hit me.
Because I know the way Friends is worded, but I have another idea if it will work that way. With T talking about us just being a bad influence, instead if Lore uses Friends and tells the story about all of the people that we have helped as a sort of like representation of them to just show that we have not done all bad, that there has been overall more good than bad done by the crew. That bad things happened without the crew being present, and we helped people. Like the Warpletingers, who were in trouble before the crew showed up.
I mean, yeah, go ahead and you can make that roll.
I want to add, just yesterday we fed an entire city here in Liminal, but also
did.
we have saved countless species
The other thing
from
is,
being
'cause
attacked.
somehow it's not on here, and I couldn't find it in any of the other games either with the actual AP cost for Frensis.
I just go ahead and roll it. It's fine. Like, this is the last game.
Oof.
I'm pretty sure the cooldown's still in effect, but like, T is making that a 1 for the record. Oh, well. Oh, there it is. Like, Nika played it for her. So, T, what do you say to them as, like, Laura is she is, like, doing her best to tell you, like, that they are to be trusted, that they have helped people.
Should we go visit Yoke and ask their opinion? What about Tsoki's home? Would
Feels
they
like one
agree?
throw.
Just, the one time we murdered a bunch of people.
We
My
saved
world,
his tree.
We
my world wouldn't exist any longer. We would have been forgotten already had the crew not intervened.
But what about all those people at the bottom of the canyon? They all got a giant cloud of ice dropped on them and died. Granted, we know that they were basically space Hitlers. We've discussed that. But also,
This is your final chance, Kay. Your final chance.
Vatna actually takes some attention off of T and looks at K with a pleading expression.
I'm going to shout out that Kay has all the pieces of information. She has everything. She read the book. She knows more about the word trees. She's got this history with T and wherever she comes from. She's got all the pieces. So I trust her judgment.
To come back to us and be one of your family. You know where you came from. You know who you would have been. Come home. Final. I think she's staring Kay down like this is, because I assume that Kay, they're right in front of her. She's facing like all of them. Is that?
Kay's confused, or Caustic is.
yeah, and that's fine if you don't want to go that direction with your character, for sure. It's
Yeah.
just, and I'm not like I as a DM, this was not my idea. So like, we just thought T just thought it'd be a fun thing to offer.
We're going to make gardeners happen.
I made one gardener happen, then I tried to make a second one happen, and you made it clear that you didn't want it, and I was just like, okay.
I'm just giving Akhana a second chance, giving Kay a chance there to stick standing invitations. But since no one's, it's just dead silence down there. Dee's gonna fuck off, and she's gonna peace out, and she's gonna start slashing bullshit up. No more roots. What roots? What are you talking about? Slicey, slicey, slice.
Sorry, I try to give people time to finish conversations they're having.
That is fair.
This
What?
could have interrupted.
That is fair.
Because I have an action. Once we're resolved.
Yeah, Lord also is going to point out, well, what about the people she didn't even know she was part of? The people that were the Leviathans that were dying out, were locked away, were killed off, that wouldn't have had a chance to survive if it weren't for this crew, if she hadn't wound up in the Liminal. You would just let others die out, be killed off, and not care? And then Laura's gonna...
You must be honest with yourself. The natural order does still exist, and your crew has messed with the natural order enough.
Yeah. So, Vatna, Laura, what were your guys' like quick like things that you had to do? Like, if you were gonna make an attack, this is it. 'Cause she's literally like about to bounce.
Yeah, well,
Yep.
actually, I from last game or from yesterday, I don't have enough AP to do what I want to do. So he's going to, well, I'll just say Vatna will try to create a rift right above where T is, but it fizzles out. The threads don't connect, and it just frays apart.
Just
Laura's-
put in just too much yesterday, huh?
Feel real bad about this, but I'm gonna cast Shadow on myself. I disappear, my weapons disappear.
Just gonna
I'm
piece out.
still in T. No, T threw
Oh,
me
okay.
down, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Backflip
Did she
out.
take damage from that fall, or how does that work?
Yeah, 2 damage, but
all right. I wanted to backflip out of that ball and launch myself back in that same direction, hopefully using the force from falling, but totally okay if that's not allowed.
no, it's fine. I'm with it.
Of
And use my
course.
poison tip daggers with 3 AP. Purple poison victim collapses and is paralyzed for the next day.
All right, yeah, go ahead and make that roll. For
Although
me.
I'm trying to think where the best place. Well, I mean, I don't know if anything T is corporeal, so I'm just gonna take my best shot.
Oh, 11.
Yikes.
Okay. So, you see the daggers like go like rip right through her clothes again, and like you see.
Oh,
a
wait.
couple... Oh, go ahead.
Wait. Hold on, because I'm bad at this. Sorry.
I have the strange feeling something bad's about to happen to you. T, not quite as versed at using cards as the librarian was.
So bad!
Okay, so it's a tough choice. Alright. Oh, this is actually really good. Yeah, I can do this one. So Akhana, like you hit the ground and you roll backwards, and you just get a little bit far enough. You get furthest away from T as anybody else is right now, and like you feel your communication crystal like it's not moving, but those roots are growing. You know what I mean? It's like they are growing, so they are moving. I wasn't trying to say like your crystal's walking around.
Okay.
And like you hear over the comms Tattoo being like, Officer Akhana, we have a situation here at the Silver Thimble. You aware of 2 giant trees?
I am now.
It appears the
Where-
radio tower has begun to grow roots and extended itself to maximum height and is still going.
You send the communications team to check that out.
Yeah, and Vatna, like you suddenly realize like the rift to your tree is also open. And you can feel like this is the first time you will have felt it since you tucked that seed away and started growing it. You feel your tree growing on Liminal.
Impossible.
Hey, also, what's that number up to?
I had that doc open earlier. I think it's 144 after the.
After giving some to the
Yep.
radio tower? Absolutely.
Well, shoot, I didn't count any from yesterday yet. So higher.
We'll keep it around 150. Just 150 is a good round number. Hey, if Liminal, or like if the silver thimble had an HP bar at the top of the screen and it went all the way over, it would say 150.
Oh.
That specifically the silver thimble has that much HP. As T like takes to the sky as like a fiery comet goes like flying past everything, and just like on her way past, you see her cutting down all these large groups of like the new roots, and you can't see her doing it, but every time she chops one of the like hallways that you've been through, or like a larger one that like has like some people have crossed at some point that have been here for a while, the world shudders.
Raise the silver thimble. They must be warned of the gardener's approach.
Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna attack her before everyone got sidetracked with everything. Before everything
Oh no,
else
you
happened.
can roll an attack. What you got for me? I'm sorry. Exposition's tricky.
Exposition happens, and I'm like, all right, I'll wait for everyone else to finish, and then I wait too long.
Right.
I'll be nice and not interrupt. Fuck. Anyway.
Yeah, we really need the raise your hand like emote thing in the roll 20. It's like, hey.
Sorry.
Anyway, this is because for now Laura's using the spear.
Ooh.
So the spear that can't kill them?
For now.
Okay. So yeah, you pierce, like, are you just stabbing up at her, or are you throwing the spear?
I am stabbing up at her.
Okay.
Laura likes this spear. You know, Laura's the least likely one to try and actively murder someone.
Fair. Like,
aside from, when she was younger, before she came to the Liminal. That was different days, different times.
it's like, with a 19, like, you see the spear go into her clothes and come out the back as T just bursts into flames and takes to the sky, and like that's when the whole like moment that I just explained happens. But you look at the end of your spear, and you have perfectly speared one of these fireflies. Also,
This
just
is
a little...
sorry. No, this is just like one of those oogie boogie moments, like in the end where he's like, my bugs, my bugs. Sorry. Go ahead.
No,
The firefly is not dead.
this firefly, it cannot die from that. No, like the spear cannot kill a creature. So it's just like, yeah, you have speared this tiny bit of a gardener, and with a 19, I just felt like you should have something going into next season that Laura can like aim at.
Voodooed all that shit.
Oh yeah.
Over the
And it
comms.
also
Oh, go
knows
ahead. Go ahead.
And also, this tiny bit of a gardener knows that, like, I could have killed it, but I didn't, thanks to the spear.
It does, in fact, know
Another
that.
spear effect.
I don't
So,
suppose I could keep
go ahead.
up with T as she flies. Can
Not a chance. None of us can.
I? I figured.
Not even the old-fashioned back,
We need more help.
which I'm not even in anyway. So
You are receiving calls from the second he leaves. Like, all of you guys' comms come back up, including the submarine's comm. And it's just like, it is screaming. Like Tattoo is in full panic mode.
Bring all armaments to bear.
It's like, we need you back here now. We need control over the city. What is happening with this tree? What is happening with that tree? Why is there a cow made of mushrooms?
So
Oh, truffles!
So both trees are growing on
Both
Silver
trees.
Thumbs.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
The tree that Akhana planted in the center of
I was
the
gonna ask.
radio tower.
Was the center of the
In the
library? Was it?
library.
Library, yeah, radio tower. It's one
Oh,
and the
it's okay.
same. Yeah.
Oh no.
Now it is. Yeah, I want to get back on the ship and chase after.
Yeah, we're chasing.
You chasing
Absolutely.
T?
Yeah, I want to fire off that BFG at her.
All right, we can chase T.
We gotta eventually it'll lead back to the silver thimble.
Chase T until we can't chase T, and then head back to the silver thimble.
Yeah, let all the crew know. Make ready for war. Keep that champagne on ice.
Let's see here. Grab everybody and move them here. So yeah, everybody roll 20-siders, and we will take the lowest.
Ooh, my brain.
Sorry.
Found it.
Y'all.
Ugh. This
I'm about
hurts
to say,
so
like,
bad.
Highest, right?
No.
Highest
Oh,
of 10.
no.
I'm sure he meant the lowest.
I most
It's
surely
like-
knew what I said.
Get 3
Yeah.
fails,
This is a penalty.
get 1 success, right?
Yeah.
That's the deal you're running.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if like more than 2 of you didn't just objectively fail that one, I could have given you something.
We'll talk about it.
Okay, so T, you flying through the sky, and it's just like they are trying to keep up.
Pew, 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 pew.
And they are just like firing their guns, and they are like persistent, but like it doesn't matter. You need to do this, like, but it's a distraction at the very least, and you do see, like, Vatna, you said you wanted to use the BFG?
I think twice about that.
Yeah, that we got from the Hell World.
Oh yeah.
The irony of it.
Alright, yeah, so like they are nowhere near you right now, but you do see it. Like you see the fact that they are trying to lock onto you with this giant gun. And as they are doing it, the world is trembling. And you feel something. Like you just cut down the word tree to this world. It should have been the biggest problem. But suddenly there's something else wrong. It's just like the tension has not gone down in the least. If anything, it seems to have redoubled. So I need T to make me a 20-sider to try to figure out, like, if she can figure out what's going on. T, I imagine you spread yourself far and wide. Like, you blow up into, like, thousands and thousands of fireflies, each to, like, scour the world. And you all see this. This is, like, the consequence of you guys' fail rolls right there. Like, you were tracking her, you were on her, you were still a distance back trying to lock on with that BFG, and then she just burst away. And, you guys hear Tattoo over the radio. Do you still have eyes on her?
Negative. She has dispersed.
And then
Watch out for fireflies.
Then all of a sudden, T, you are now standing over the Liminal Plane, like floating in the air. Not Liminal Plane, Silver Thimble City. You are floating in the air, just as I make these trees here now. Nope, it's not O, it's K. Turns out. Let's move you guys back here. If Nika can move the map a little bit, it's not the most centered situation. We have over here is Vatna's tree, and over here is Akhana's tree. And you look down, T, and you see two newly formed word trees. Like, roots both not in this world and, like, tied to this world, but also immediately tied to at least one other dimension.
I mean, she just yells in all of the anger possible, like super loud, angry, fiery madness.
So that's what you guys hear come over the radio. And T's just like, not T, Tattoo just, you hear the sound quality change as he leans his head out of his office window. He's like, uh-oh, and then the radio's cut off.
Oh, I
You
don't
know what
what to
T
do with
is?
that. At the thimble.
Yeah. Can I call the mech team to get ready? You know, sans Mr. Trafford. The
Comms are
airship-
down.
Oh, yeah. Oh, they just went down?
Yep,
That means
T
the
just
I
got
thought
tower's
he-
comms.
down too.
I thought he just turned off his radio.
Oh no, he's screaming because T is fucking wrecking shop everywhere. Just
Well, we
quick
did call
picture-
ahead. Is there
You're right.
any...
How
are they doing over there?
everybody on the ground, they are trying. They are actively fighting T. Like, that is happening. But your trees are most certainly under direct threat.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know if everybody remembers this, but the biggest root that is not the big word tree is underneath the silver thimble. Like, in that water, that is why Leo was like going to make an elevator, but that plot seemed to have got lost at some point. But it connects to thousands of other worlds, all in one rift, like all in one route, like, and that is underneath this place. And T, now standing here, you would have known that, but you didn't think that was as big of a deal. But both of the roots, both of these word trees have directly tied to those roots, like making it even bigger of a problem. Yeah, that's what we are. And if you guys want to be back, you guys can just like arrive back while this is happening.
Yeah,
I'm not making you rolls or anything.
As soon as she dispersed, make way to Silver Thimble.
Yeah, so you guys are back, and it is a wreck. There are like all of the paper that was on the ground is mostly bursting into flames, and people are running around putting fires out. Like, it's worse than it was before. And also, I forgot, T, you get 2 attacks. Please roll 2 20-siders.
Ooh,
As
okay,
you-
so
as you are
Okay.
attacking the silver thimble.
roll 2d20.
Yep.
Okay, I think I did that right. Oh.
No, it's perfectly fine.
Oh.
Like, you slash. Alright, so what do you hit? Like, what do you hit number 1? Like, are you aiming for the sub dock? Are you aiming for where they dock the airship? Are you aiming for the mech factory? Are you aiming for either of the trees? Are you aiming for the diving? But like, what are you aiming for?
I think that she would just go right for the trees.
Okay. So one of the trees, like
The one that's
immediately-
connected, I think, is the
So-
one that would trigger her the hardest.
Oh, the
So
one
they were
that's directly...
both war.
Yeah, they're both connected to the middle, but Vatna's tree is the one that's connected to more places. It has another pocket dimension it's connected to. Like, but yeah, they both share the same health bar, so like for flavor is what this is. And then that 7, hey, you 4. What else does she hit?
What building's right next to the Vatna Street?
The right next to the Vatna's tree is probably the apartment buildings for the crew.
Presumably the crew is in there, or is everyone had for run out?
Most are probably out. They're out now. Like they are running
They're
around trying
definitely
to.
out after that scream.
Take
Yeah.
it.
What if she bursts into Korzapa's workshop where everyone has a gun?
I don't think she's going in anywhere. I think she's.
No,
No,
it's
she's
from the
striking down
outside. She's just scything it from the outside. Like, yeah, she's gonna cut something down. I'm giving you the tough choice of what that something is.
My statue.
No.
All right, so your silver thimble has taken 12 damage from the one hit, and then you've also lost that statue.
On our way over.
Vatna just put it there himself. Like,
on our way over, I want to give everybody a shield and just kind of go around and be like, all right, another fight so soon. Hope you guys are ready. Don't go dying on me out there. Sounds like we're going to have to protect this world ourselves.
agreed. As it always will be. As it always is.
So, give me... Think of it as a montage, each one of you. What are you doing to get the people in the silver thimble protected? Like, if you're trying to protect them, like, what are you doing to, like, muster up a defense for it? Like, let me know. Like, are you trying to communicate with your trees? Are you, like, trying to, like, bolster defenses? Are you putting up a giant shield? Like, what's the plan here?
And you're asking us, not just the crew?
Yeah, I'm asking you for, like, yeah. Like, for like, if, like, you have a plan, and, like, think outside the box, too, I'm perfectly fine with that. Like, how would you protect the silver thimble from T?
I would think to myself, oh, the simple silver thimble is just like one big room. What if I use this box to arrange everyone in a safe location?
I think that's a little too out of the box. Like,
Going so far out of the box, you're back in the box.
I want to find a way to separate her from the scythe. Can't cut anything if she doesn't have the weapon.
all right. Yeah, roll me a 20-sider. And then, like, we'll, based on how you roll, we'll decide, like
Don't
how
base anything on how I roll.
I have to. Those are the rules.
I know.
At least I'm
but I
not making
don't.
you all roll again and taking the lowest.
That's fair. Oh, come on. It was a 15.
It really was.
That's nonsense.
All right, Akhana,
I hate these
you
dice.
get everything right. Like you are just setting it up. Like you see the moment to, like, how were you gonna do it? If everything was
Oh.
perfect, if that was a 20, what would it look like?
I would have, from the back area of the diving bell where my metal shop / patio is, I would have grabbed materials together and construct a Y-shaped slingshot and get a big chunk of metal and pull it back and fire it towards the scythe to knock it out of her grasp.
Okay. So it's a tough choice. You're not launching yourself. You're launching things at it.
Yeah, because I have
Okay.
launched myself at her twice now and done garbage.
Fair. It did go rough.
New plan.
Yeah. Tough choice is like you can take. So yeah, you have to wait an extra second to get that shot. So she's gonna cleave down one more thing. She's gonna roll a 20-sider right now. Or you could fire, and she's not gonna get an attack, but you don't take the weapon out of her hand from it.
All right.
So which would you prefer? Like stalling her now, or taking a hit and stalling her in a second?
I mean, the word trees can only take so many hits.
They sure can. So you want to stall her now?
Yeah.
Okay. So T, you see this material come flying in front of you as you're raising your scythe, and it like distracts you from getting your attack in. And now, one of the other three, you guys got a plan to like hit her while she's distracted?
Yeah, Laura's been while this is happening, getting in her mech and like also while getting in her mech, hoping that like somehow with the comms being down, whatever magical bullshit infused her phone could still reach someone outside of the silver thimble like Bobbert, who cares nothing about anything but money. To let him know that like, hey, if this goes badly, we're all fucked and you can't make any more money. But getting in her mech to use the mech to attack, because the mech will keep her in the air and be able to keep her at least somewhat up with T.
Alright, yeah, go ahead and roll me a 20-sider. Let's see how this one works out.
And this is attacking with the laser cutter on the mech.
For sure. So like, you cleave right through. Like you distract her even further. Like another slice just cuts right through T's clothes, and like she darts back as two pieces, and then you watch the fireflies like gather themselves together, and that. Like, T, you're furious. They're just not letting you do your job, like what you need to do.
He lets out a big screamy yell all over again, fiery, angry, just pissed off.
I would like to try to get to one of the trees.
Yes, I would also like to come to the defense of my tree.
I want to try to commune with it and try to like ask it for some power. Like channel the tree's power through me so that I can help defend it, and just try to convince, or just let the tree know how much danger it's in and let me help it. Which is kind of how I think it happened back on Tsoki's homeworld.
Yeah, go ahead and roll. Yeah, so go ahead and try to. Which tree are you communing with? The radio or Vatna's? Ass tree or radio tree?
Vatna, you're going to your tree, right?
Yes.
All right, I'll go to the radio tree.
Okay, so I'm sorry, no one can see your physical dice. Anyway. So yeah, the tree, it's, you went to the communications tree, so you're definitely like getting something out of it. But like, as you do it, you notice like the vines end in like headphone cables, or like the big like guitar cables and stuff like that, like radio cables, and like they kind of plug themselves into your runes, and like plant the bomb on Vatna, please and sorry. I think there's a firefly that landed on Vatna's shoulder that he just doesn't notice.
Juicy.
So your tough choice is you can decipher this knowledge now, but it's gonna make you black out. Like, you will have enough time to let people around you know what it's about to tell you, but you won't be able to aid in what it's about to tell you to do. Or it's gonna take a little bit longer and he's gonna be able to make another act.
I didn't want it to come to this, but you leave me no choice.
I think I'm just gonna let it take a little bit longer to stay in the fight.
Alright. T, roll that attack roll again. This is against Lore. Okay, Lore. Okay.
Hold on.
Oh,
Hold
well,
on.
never mind, Lore. I'm sorry.
Hold on. Never mind. Sorry.
I was gonna give you options, but
Mm-mm.
I think T just wants to hurt you.
Just a little sorry. Sorry, just a little.
The
Sorry.
apologies make it
Sorry.
so much worse.
Just a little sorry.
I like Kiera's sorry, and that's what's important.
In my
So
head,
many words I can't
like-
use, and I'm very sad about this.
don't worry, season 3 is gonna be a banger, I promise.
Mm.
Like, T hooks the scythe under, like, it looks like T's going to like slice this XO in half, and like Lore with it, just like that's what it looks like. And there's a quick moment, Lore, that it is predator prey stare is what you see, but instead it just hooks a piece of the rigging, and she just spins you over her head and spikes you down. What do you run into? What do we destroy in the city?
What am I crashing into?
Yeah, what are you crashing into?
Let's see. Because I'm going that Laura's like about on this side of her. So flipping over is whatever would be right back here. If this is accurate positioning for where she's at.
Okay, Vatna. Yeah, so over there, so I was being messaged at that time. What particular building did you crash into? Something of use. Did you crash into the hospital, the greenhouse? The hospital and the greenhouse are the two things up there.
Like the greenhouse.
Okay. Food's gonna be hard to come by. As a mech just like bounces through it, and it's just like it's taking all the damage for you. This is the most amazing roll cage you've ever experienced.
Yeah.
But like
the other question is, how much damage is the mech taking?
the mech right now, that is gonna do 10 damage to the mech, but the mech has 20 health, right?
Yeah. Yeah, the mech
then-
has. That's why I asked, because I gotta keep up with it.
Yeah.
Because if it hits a certain point, if it hits a certain point,
Don't worry, you can repair that though. With your like between games, you cannot repair
yeah,
the mech
between game.
in the game.
No,
Yeah,
but if
I'm
it
just-
hits a certain point in this game,
yeah, it'll blow up for sure. Vatna,
there's one option.
yeah, I know that option. It's a rough one. Vatna, you've made it to your tree.
Mm-hmm.
What was your plan here?
First thing I want to do is siphon off 3 AP from it. Possible. And then I would like to put the Invoker Shield on it.
Okay, as you cast shield, T, you see a caustic, not you don't see caustic. You see K, like in a little like raft outside of the city, like and the shield goes up and creates a giant dome while K is looking up trying to flag down T. T looks down and doesn't catch it in time, and the bubble forces T out, and you basically like launch her into the stratosphere real quick. The shield has covered the entire city like just as one big thing. Let me just
Having
Not
some
Blair.
tea with tea.
And get back. Boop. There we go. Too far. There we go. You're all in a bubble, except for T. T's not in that bubble. T is forced out of the bubble. The color changes in a second, I think. Yeah.
But does Vatna have to roll now because of my card?
Yes, Vatna, you do have to make a roll, though.
For what?
For activating this massive shield.
Okay.
It's strictly for the bomb. Like, the shield's gonna go off whether you roll bad or not.
12.
No, look at that. The bomb didn't go down at all. But yeah,
Trying
so
to shoo it off my shoulder.
you guys see K and T, like, having their tea out there. And while that's going on, like, you guys, like, I think that's gonna happen in the chat, like, in the text chat. What are you guys doing to shore up the silver thimble? Like, you guys have minutes before T is gonna like start going for this shield.
Activate the airship mech.
What is the tree I'm talking to telling me? What's the
there we go,
information
yeah.
I'm getting out of it?
It's just like you as you're like dialing through the radio, you definitely hear the words "all comes crashing." Like you definitely hear like that metric song happen a couple times. And like, yeah, the mech comes out and like you guys got the mech sitting in the center of the place, right? It can't leave the shield either, but like if T makes it through that, we have the
But it's there and it's ready.
It's there and it's ready. Here we go. Let me put it right here. Yeah.
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 XO, activate.
So much.
It also has the Warpletingle logo on it, but we just don't see a picture.
Fish stinger.
Yeah, fish stinger, my bad. But you hear Tsoki, you hear the tree saying, "Keep that shield up. This doesn't end well." Like the tree's finally like finding its voice, but it's kind of talking to you. I imagine it's talking to you like Bumblebee from the Transformers movie, which, you know, Transformers movies suck, but I really like the fact that Bumblebee can only speak through song.
Okay. So it's just different parts of song making sentences.
Yeah. It's telling you that it doesn't think like if you want to keep the city safe, you must keep this shield up no matter what. And then upon activating it, you feel the largest jolt that you have thus far. Like, you guys feel, and Laura, because you're looking for it, because you saw it before, you literally watch all of space shift, like spins, like it's so dizzying. Like, you guys didn't spin, just the universe around you is spinning, and like Liminal is beginning to twist.
If lore were easily affected by motion sickness, we'd have a problem right now.
Yeah, Lord just puking everywhere.
And comms are still down, or can I try to amplify a message out?
Akhana, can you give you and Tsoki both roll a communications thing for me? Both of you just roll a 20-sider, because it's Akhana's tree.
God bless it.
We're taking the 13. This is success. And you guys, what's the message we're getting out?
To bubble up.
Yeah, keep the bubble.
But how?
Yeah. Do I think that the rest of Liminal is probably screwed?
You guys can like. that. Do you think the rest of Liminal is screwed?
There's the tree.
Based
tree.
on what the tree said. Okay. Yes. Yeah. No, it's like
Yeah.
I got nothing for it. We're here. Like
Yeah.
this is what I've got. Like, do you have a way of reaching anywhere else?
No. Basically, it's that's just gonna be like what the message is. Be like, T is trying to destroy everything. If we keep this bubble up, we might be able to save at least something. So everybody, do your best to try to keep this shield up before the worlds come crashing in.
My strength in the shield is limited. I need everyone's help to do so.
That's my message. If Akhana wants to say something, she can say something too.
Yeah, Akhana, is anybody you want to particularly warn?
I think who.
You basically have access to the entire world right now, based on the fact that you grew this tree. Anywhere that has roots can hear you.
Could I have captured Tsoki's message using the archive item I have,
Oh yeah, for sure.
and then replay it across all channels on a loop? I don't know if there's anything I would add.
No, that's fine. Yeah. So like, yeah, everywhere is warned. You get a response from the Warpeltingers. Like their forest is just like, you hear Ella. It's just like, Officer Akhana, we are redoubling our shields here. We are experiencing some very strange geological disturbances, and like real in Akhana's head, because you got the original crystal, you got the good crystal, like is like projecting what Ella's seeing, and their entire forest has like ripped free and begun to float. Like, and you can watch. You see the continent of Yoke, not the city of Yoke, but the continent of Yoke beginning to like be like disassembled by roots pulling them into the air. Like there's basically mountains that are barely holding onto the ground, but you can see small rocks falling everywhere. Like not small, but you know, what's left of the church on top of the mountain where they fought the nuns is collapsing down a mountainside and causing an avalanche. You see like the water levels around you like fluctuating. The island that you guys are on is just like constantly being hit with waves, but the shield is taking them all. The shield is just like catching every bit of water that's coming in where you guys are standing right now. Other than once in a while shocking, you feel great. This city is well protected.
There's a sheer amount of emotional damage between the Warpeltingers being disturbed and the continent of Yoke.
Yeah, I didn't mean to make it like emotional for you. I just suddenly realized it's like, oh shit, you're from Yoke.
Yep. That's a lot.
I don't know what you mean by throwing money at the problem.
Absolutely nothing. It's just for the comedy. But like the long bar actually like broke it a little bit. So 10 out of 10. Good job.
That's funny. So yeah, like that is happening, and you suddenly snap to attention. Like whatever Kay did with this conversation, it took too long. You're too late. And
So angry scream again, because damn it. Anger.
Vatna and Tsoki, both roll me 20-siders, please. We only did 12 damage to this shield, and then we added more shields. That's not the best.
Oh.
Can I activate my tattoo to just make it a success?
Yeah, for sure. Activate that tattoo.
I will do that.
Can I activate my medal to re-roll this?
Oh, okay, sure. Hold on to your tattoo. You activate your medal. Reroll that too.
I thought he wanted to do it for his.
Oh, did he roll? Tsoki
I didn't roll. I don't have to roll for
the.
the tattoo.
Yeah.
It just make it the next one a success.
Okay, yeah, for sure. So yeah, your roll is a success, and go ahead, Vatna. You go roll yours. Don't be a 1. Don't be a 1.
6.
All right. Tough choice.
Cool.
We have a tough choice and a success. The success is gonna carry over. You guys feel. Tsoki, you know you're an invoker. You've cast shield plenty of times. You immediately sense what's happening through both of your connections to the word tree, to both these word trees, and it's lucky you did, because the silver thimble begins to rise, like as it is being pulled into the sky. And again, you guys don't feel it immediately, but you do watch the ocean outside. The water that's in here doesn't go anywhere. The water that's locked in this shield doesn't fall. Nobody in here is falling off the edge. We're safe. It goes completely to the edge. But, like, you do have to close it off like a bubble. And that's what Tsoki, that's what your success does. That's
I
what
just
it
make
grants
the
you.
full circle instead of just
Yeah.
the top.
One big bubble, but you feel it, like, start to cut off all but the strongest roots that connected to the silver thimble. You feel it being cut off. And then you see it. It happens. Like, the thing they saw from deep space, it's... Oh, Nika's about to say something.
Oh, yes. So I need to do a thing before. Sorry, I'm distracted with chat, and
I understand.
There's so much going on. I don't know how you guys do this all the time. You're so awesome. So, before all this goes off, I mean, T knows what's going on. She knows what's gonna happen. It's inevitable. She takes K, just like grabs him by the shirt, and I don't know. I guess just throws them to safety, like through the shield. Just whew,
Yeah,
flying.
I'm not gonna make you roll for that because that's
Okay.
just like good flavor. But Kay,
Flavor.
you get picked up and hucked through, and you guys see just a pinprick of damage, of like little cracks in the shield as Kay comes flying through it, taking 12 damage. Just done. You're not dead. You are unconscious. And Lori, want to roll for the airship team catching her? Him? Them?
Yeah,
Both?
I could do that.
All are correct.
All are correct, yeah. So tough choice.
Hold on. It just a second. Hold on. Sorry, I'm not that good. I like being the bad guy. I mean, I do and I don't.
It's a little fun, isn't it?
It is kind of a little fun, yeah.
It's, I look forward to giving more of you opportunities to play, like...
It's like, for this one you can succeed.
Yes, I want you to succeed here.
I choose here that Kate, like...
I am a magnanimous bad guy.
Laura, what does it look like when you perfectly catch Kay and, like, keep them safe?
When the giant fish tingermech perfectly catches K.
Oh, okay. Oh, so the
It's like-
airship's doing it, alright.
Yeah, because it's like Laura is still kind of shaking off and getting her mech picked back up out of the rubbish of the greenhouse. But
Oh, go ahead.
it's like one of those perfect like baseball catches. So one of the mech's arms is up in the air, just catches her perfectly. Like it comes back at just the right speed. That when she lands, it's like matching her speed, the speed that Kay is flying. That it's a soft landing when she finally stops, rather than just like whamming straight into that robot fist.
I imagine one of the buttons inside just changes one of the hands to like a baseball glove, and it just is like, I got it.
The web ball glove.
Yeah.
Yes. Because we love our web ball here, and we of course built that into the mech.
Love web
Of
ball.
course. I fucking love web ball.
It's the mascot for the team.
But
Play
you
giant
all
web ball.
will see this. Like, this is where you are. This is the silver thimble. Like, the two trees have grown and, like, intertwined. And you guys look around and you just see all of these other planets, like, getting closer and getting closer. And then, as one, like somebody yanking all of these strings at once, slam all around you, making your flat world that you lived on, making the liminal plane that once was just a flat plane of existence into a multi-sided structure. Like, it is turning it into a planet. You are seeing the seasonings world fusing with what was left of Pastora. Like, what was left of Liminal out there is like realities are combining into a new reality. You are creating a singular, gigantic world where the only thing that remains of what it once was fully remains. I don't mean unaltered, is what is inside this shield.
What I thought when you said we were watching it turn into a multi-sided thing, I was like, are we turning it into a D20?
It's basically kind of like a D20.
That would be amazing.
Gonna walk
And
up
you
to the
all
sharp
pass
edges.
out. As it's just...
Is
too much-
anything damaged in the process, or is it just forming into
That-
itself?
That is season 3
Yeah, it's like, we'll find out next time.
on Wanderpus Z.
No!
We're supposed to do it again.
Still don't like it.
Why? It's the Wonder Gussie all over again.
Oh God, I
Why
love
did
me a
you
good
just say
Wander
that
Gussie.
out loud?
God,
Out loud.
I fucking love a wussy.
Gah.
Actually, isn't it like a wussy? Not like.
Mm-mm. No, it has to be pronounced differently, or else it's
Yeah.
just not the right vibe. It's not the vibe we want to give off.
My bad. I'm sorry. I ended the dramatic moment like in a terrible way. But yeah, so there we are, everybody.
Are we just floating off somewhere?
But you also ended it in only the way we could. The only way we could.
The
Vulgar.
shield has shattered, and like this is like not happening right now situation. This is like in days when you guys when the shield does finally lower.
When I finally run out of AP to power it.
When you finally
Oh,
run out of
Lord.
AP, because like out there it looks like pure chaos. It is like you are in molten metal, like, and not just like, and like not molten earth, like you are watching the earth being created. You are like Vatna and Akhana, you two's word trees are the source of the cards for season 3.
Ooh.
Like, just for the record, like that. I don't know if I did a good job, if I hit it, or if I didn't do a good enough job explaining it. You guys, every time you played a card, you were literally using a page off the word tree or altering a page off the word tree.
I knew it was a tree. Didn't know which one.
It was yours. Every time you've used the card, you have like effectively.
Taking a leaf off my tree.
Wait, just each of us and the cards we've used?
Yes.
Okay.
For the record, the Librarian and T did not use the Liminal trees cards. Those are different. But yeah, so as the shield comes down finally, and as you guys like, and again, other than K, most people are fine, and the people that like ran down the street to dodge T, like, and like some people were hurt. There definitely some innocents were killed when T was like on the rampage. But for the most part, the silver thimble did escape. Okay, the greenhouse is in a bad way, and
Hospital's fine, so we can
Huh?
treat the injured.
hospital's fine. Trick is, you're gonna have to be self-sufficient for a while, and that not having food might be a problem.
Oh, good thing we dug that well right next to the hospital. In the world building
Connected to
game.
what? Connected to what, though? We just got lifted out of...
All the water that we came with.
Yeah. So when the
right,
shield,
right.
sorry, when the shield drops, finally, Tsoki and Vatna exhausted from I'm gonna say like literal weeks,
Yeah.
and like you guys have been rationing. The well has been okay, but like you're starting to run out of food, and it's just exhausting. And you two let it drop. Finally, it's just like we have to send somebody out there. We have to look for food, and as that drops, you see the trees wilt slightly. They're not like, they don't die, but they definitely like, hoof situation. And looking out, you don't recognize a goddamn thing. Like, you are still on an island in the middle of an ocean. You are still in the Silver Thimble, but in the distance, the sky has a horizon. It's not flat. There are weird creatures flying above you. There's new fish. Anybody who is a wizard, where you are right now, like from seasonings, feel your powers. Not full strength, but you feel them as though you are standing on the seasonings world. Vatna, nothing tastes right. Like everything, it doesn't taste awful, but nothing tastes right. Like
Kind of
you know
makes him
how-
a little depressed.
I want to lean into that. Tsoki, your eyes glow blue for a moment as like you look around. You do not see the trace of any rifts, or if there are rifts, like thicker than normal. Like you have an atmosphere now.
Interesting.
Lore, you actually, I feel like Lore handles this better than most. Like start seeing. I'm not gonna ask you to roll. I'm gonna treat it as though like because of the character flavor. You are seeing in just the layout of the islands in the distance and stuff. The fact that this is a combination of all the places that you've been, all the reports and stuff, like you are writing it like an anthropologist. It's like, no, this looks like in the great distance we see a village that is reminiscent of the flying squirrels from Tsoki's world. Like they didn't get cut off. Like anything that didn't get cut off has combined into one giant planet. In season 3, we are going to explore that planet. Oh, Akhana, your ears start. You do get a message, just like as soon as the shields go down, like you can triangulate where the Warpletingers are. They are not on this planet, and like you are sent a like a quick like video or however we're gonna call this of them getting launched into deep space, but they did not slam into the rest of this world. They are somewhere out there.
So inhabitants and chunk of Earth they were on.
Yes, they're like they have their whole forest. So they've got antlered hedgehogs with them, chinchillas with them.
Okay.
Well, except for the one that's on you guys' web ball team. That like he's safe too.
Euro
is safe as well. They were inside the bubble. But yeah, it's just like given time, Akhana, you could track them down. If you figure out where they are, figure out how to leave this planet, figure out what is going on this planet.
Priorities.
God, this is not making my diamond gacha choice any easier.
I really did want to like say this out loud before you made your gacha choice.
Which I'm kind of glad it's taken me this long. Because I'm like, oh god, what do I choose?
I'll be honest, if regardless of what you had said, I would have told you to like hold that thought until
I figured I wouldn't wouldn't really like whichever I chose wouldn't affect this season. I wouldn't happen until season 3 anyway.
Yeah. And this is why I wanted to talk like to everybody doing main character energy and stuff after, because I knew this was gonna happen. So
2 questions.
What's that?
One,
Go ahead.
Can I tell if one of the worlds that got pulled in is the former Wolpertinger world where we sent the Leviathan?
That we're gonna have to find it.
Okay, and then the second would be if Lore's homeworld was part of it as well.
Also, just gonna have to find it.
Good to know.
These are all things
I
that we are gonna
accept these
play in the
answers.
world building before season 3.
Yeah, we're gonna do a bunch
play
of world building in January. So obviously we're gonna take a little break, but it is really
break.
like a small break. But we're gonna
Small
take
break.
a couple weeks to just chill and immediately start working on season 3. But we are gonna do world building games in January to prepare because the season 3 will begin the first weekend in February, whatever date that is. I want to say it's like the 4th and change. The 4th and 5th is the first Saturday and Sunday in February, so that will be when it begins. Dun dun dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
Clap, 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 clap.
Thank you. Thank you, Kiera, for playing T, for playing a villain that nobody wanted to be a villain.
And also who didn't want to be a villain herself.
We asked her at the beginning of the season if she wanted to play a baddie, and she said yes.
I mean,
Contract signed.
listen.
Too bad.
I'm a bad guy,
Sorry about your
but I
feelings.
have a heart.
Mhm.
It's,
You broke our
it's
tree,
not
bro.
exactly. I'm
broke our
super
tree.
not happy with you
Broke-
guys right now, and I took your toys away. So, deuces,
Thank you
and
for
thank you
grabbing
for
our
having
toys.
me.
You know how hard we worked to keep that tree?
They worked really
So
hard.
hard.
It was very fun to watch you
Blood,
all
sweat,
work
and
so hard
tears.
on that tree.
I was like, I know what tomorrow's game
I
is.
was here all weekend, and I was just like, oh, it's too bad, you guys, too bad,
Mhm.
so bad.
So hard.
She's sipping her iced tea, not saying anything.
Tori, your
Literally,
mustard
Wow.
tastes bad.
she and I were in DMs, just like, oh, they're gonna be like, all this time they're spending protecting this tree for tomorrow.
For the record, excuse me, but Katori's muffins and cookies never taste bad. So you have a problem. All right? Do not attack Professor Katori. Do not. Words. Throw down. Throw down.
But, fucking,
Only
drop
one of your
them up and
characters
walk
is
away.
supposed to have a villain arc, not both.
I know now Katori's a bad guy. Man, you guys are really just pissing me off.
oh, if the librarian would have succeeded yesterday, which was like, I had no doubt that you guys would get it done, but there was a certain point where he finally did it. When he started playing his cards, I was like, uh-oh.
It's touch and go.
You're just pulling up
there's
the
a-
secondary doc. You're just like, all right, plan B.
I didn't have a plan B.
That is literally what
I
I
mean-
messaged Nika. I was like, so did you guys plan for this? And
If
yeah.
I think
Mm-mm.
if Nick would have won, it would have been a fight between the librarian and the gardener we've seen today, instead of a fight
Oh,
between
that would have been fun.
the gardener.
That would have
and
been so
you four.
cool. Oh,
Yeah,
I
why
mean,
did
I'm glad you guys
fucking
won.
lose?
I'm glad you guys won. No, I'm glad. But that would have been so cool.
What about Weird.
The gardener.
weird
Like-
In
experience?
cahoots with the librarian. You wanted him to succeed.
Hmm.
So we are gonna do the rap party. I don't know, Nick. Are you gonna show the
I
credits
am, yeah.
now?
So we're gonna
Okay.
we'll run the credits. So let those run, let them do their thing, and then yeah, if y'all want to
People
jump in
play
voice
role.
chat after that, I'm content to leave the stream running, hang out, do the voice call, talk about all the things. But let us do the credit trailer first.
And thank you all for playing. Like,
Thank you all
I-
so much.
if it felt like I removed too much of your agency, I'm very sorry. Like, I just wanted this. I have very fun ideas for season 3.
Season
And
1
I
and
knew-
2, I think, ultimately were like a pilot episode or like a pilot season in their own right. And so it kind of crash course learned a lot of things about like storytelling and the kind of stories that we want to tell. And I think like there was a chance this wouldn't have worked out, but at least it did. And I'm gonna mute the Discord audio. Oh no, I can't.
Okay.
No, I can't do that. While we play this, and then I'll unmute when it is done. Oh, $20 says, like, you're not going to be able to hear it when it plays. Let me know.
Miscreant, I will give you another chance. But this time, you will do my bidding.
So be it.
And with that, we end season 2.